Now multiplication of two matrices is more complicated. Okay, let me analyze the dimension first. The dimension of this matrix is 2 by 3. The dimension of this matrix is 3 by 3. You multiply 2 by 3 times 3 by 3. This number must be the same, 3, 3. If doesn't matching the number of column of the first and number of the row of the second, it's impossible to perform the multiplication. And the remaining number gets 2 and 3 is the dimension for the result 2 by 3. Okay, in this case, yes, of course, possible. And let's do it by hand, and after we check it with the calculator. Okay, there are many ways to do this multiplication of the matrix. In this example, I want to explain using a row and column. So, for example, in order to find A11, you multiply the row number 1 in the first matrix multiplication by the column number 1 of the second matrix. Let's see, let me analyze again the dimension. This dimension is 1 by 3, this is 3 by 1, this is matching, and the answer is 1 by 1 is just a scalar, just a number. So you multiply like that. 3 times negative 3 is negative 8, negative 9. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. Negative 8 times negative 2 is positive 16. And the answer in this case is, this is negative 27 plus 16 is negative 11. Likewise, A12 is multiplication, again the first row of the first matrix times the second column of the second matrix, A7 and 3 and negative 3. And the answer is 3 times 8, 24. 6 times 7 is 42 positive. And negative 8 and negative 3 is positive 24 again. When you add in this, is 90. A13 again is first row, 3, 6, negative 8, multiplication, third row, so negative 6, third column, negative 6, negative 2, negative 2. When you multiply, this is negative 18, and this is negative 12, and this is plus 16. This is negative 30 and 16 is negative 14. Okay. Now A21. This case row 2 of the first matrix is negative 9, 4 and negative 2 multiplied by the first column. The first column is negative 3, negative 3 and 2. The multiplication is 27 positive, is negative 12, is negative 4. This is negative 14, 27 minus 14 is 19. Now 8 to 2. Again, second row of the first matrix multiply by second column of the second matrix is 8, 7, and minus 3. Multiplication, negative 9 times 8, negative 72. 4 times 7 is 28. And negative 2 and negative 3 is plus 6. When you combine, the answer is negative 38. Let me try to do the last here. The last is 8 to 3. That's multiplication. The second row of the first one is negative 9, 4 and negative 2 times the third column of the second case, negative 6, negative 2 and negative 2 again. Then when you multiply negative 9 and 6 is 54. 54, negative 8 and positive 4. The answer is 50. Okay, this is now the final answer. The matrix is the matrix negative 11, 90, negative 14, 19, negative 38, and 50. And this is the answer. Let's use a calculator. The calculator you put in the calculator above matrix. I clear second matrix, editor, matrix A is 2 by 3, A is 3, 6, negative 8, negative 9, 4, and negative 2. Second mode. Now again, editor. We'll edit B. B is 3 by 3, and the entry is negative 3, 8, negative 6, negative 3, 7, negative 2, negative 2, negative 3, and negative 2. Second mode again. Now multiplication, matrix A times matrix B. This is the answer. Let me check it with the answer by hand. The answer is negative 11, 90, negative 14, 19, negative 38, and 50. Perfect. Okay, question 41. Again, is multiplication of the matrix. The dimension matching perfectly because it's 3 by 3. But I want to do the multiplication using another method. You multiply one entire matrix by the column of 1 by 1 of the second. That's another possibility. So you analyze the dimension, this is 3 by 3, this is 3 by 1, perfectly matching the dimension, and the dimension that we expect is 3 by 1. Okay, let's do the multiplication. The multiplication is 5 times 7, 35. times 7 times 3, 21. And 2 times 8 is 16. Okay, and when you adding, this part is 72. Okay, now let's multiply the second row. Is 3 times 7, 21, negative 6, negative 64, and the answer is negative 49. Negative 63, negative 9 times 7, negative 63, negative 63 plus 27 plus 56. Okay, it's 7 times 27. Okay, the answer is 20. Okay, it's 3 by 1, and this is the first column of the matrix. In this case is 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. 7 times 4 is 28. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And the answer is negative 3. When you combine this, negative 25 plus 28 negative is positive 3 minus 6 negative 3. Now multiplication, the next is this row and this column is negative 15, is negative 8, and this is positive 24. And when you combine, the answer is 1. This is negative 23 plus 24. And the last is multiplication. This time this is 45 positive. And multiplication this and this is 36 positive. And multiplication this time this is minus 21. When you combine this, is 60. It's 3 by 1 again. And this corresponded with the second column of the multiplication matrix. Okay, now multiplication, the last. The last is 5 times 5, negative 25. Multiplication 7 times negative 3 is negative 21. Multiplication 2 times 2 is 4, plus 4. And the answer is 3 by 1 again is negative 42. Now multiplication this times this is negative 15. Negative 15 plus 6 is negative 2 times negative 3 is 6, and negative 8 times 2 is negative 16. And the answer here is negative 25. And finally, multiplication is 45 positive. This is negative 27. And this is 14. And the answer is 32. And this is the last column of the matrix. Now the final answer is, let me write here, the final answer is D. The matrix 3 by 3 is 72 minus 49 and 20. is -3 is 160, and finally is -42, -25, and 32 positive. And this is 3 by 3 matrix. And this is the answer by hand, using the technique of multiplication, the first matrix by each column of the second matrix. Let's use a calculator to verify this answer. Okay, let me put the first matrix. Okay, let's go to the clear second matrix, editor, matrix A is 3 by 3. Now we have 5, 7, 2, 3, -2, -8, -9, 9, and 7. Okay, second wave, checking. Second matrix A. Perfect. Now addition B. Addition B, 3 by 3 again, and the number is 7, -5, -5, 3, 4, -3, 8, -3, and 2. Second mode, let me checking. My second matrix select B. 7, -5, -5, 3, 4, -3, 8, -3, 2. Perfect. Now multiplication. Second matrix A times second matrix B. Select B. The answer is, let me see, 72, -3, -42, -49, 1, -25, 20, 60, and 32. Perfect. Okay, question 41, multiplication to matrix. In this case we have multiplication matrix 2 by 2 and 2 by 3, matching very well the column of the first and the row of the second. The answer that we expect is 2 by 3, but I want to multiply by hand. Use a new idea. You split the first matrix in two row vector, and multiply by the entire matrix 2, and the answer would be a row vector but 1 by 3, because it corresponded perfectly with the first and the second row of the final answer. So let's do the multiplication. -1 times 0 is 0, 3 times 1 is 3. -1 times -2 is 2, and 3 times -3 is -9. -9 plus 2 is -7. -1 times 5 is -5, 3 times 2 is 6, is +1. 1 times 0 is 0, 4 times 1 is 4, 1 times -2 is -2, this is 4 times -3 is -12, is -14. And 1 multiplied by 5 is 5, and 4 multiplied by 2 is 8, 8 and 5 is 13. Okay, now the final answer is the matrix formed by 3, -7, 1, 4, -14, and 13. Okay, let me check it with the calculator. Using the calculator. Calculator, where is the calculator? Here. Clear everything. Edit the new matrix. The matrix is, the first matrix, matrix A. Addition addition, matrix A, dimension is 2 by 2, and the number is -1, 3, 1 and 4. Okay, done. Second quip, second matrix editor, matrix B. B is 3 by 3, no, 2 by 3, 2 by 3, and the entry is 0, -2, 5, 1, -3, and 2. Now second mode, now A matrix multiplication, B matrix. The answer is 3, -7, 1, 4, -14 and 13, exactly we expect by hand.